The golf club sliced through the air, missing the little white ball completely. "Ugh!" Sophie exclaimed, her shoulders slumping in frustration. The driving range was a vast expanse of green, dotted with colorful flags marking different distances. But for Sophie, it felt like a field of failure. She had been trying for an hour, and every attempt was a new kind of disaster. The ball would either dribble a few feet, shoot sideways into the rough, or, most humiliatingly, not move at all. Sophie gripped her club tighter, her knuckles turning white. She visualized the ball soaring in a perfect, graceful arc, landing right next to the 100-yard marker. Instead, her next swing resulted in a loud thump as the club head dug into the turf mat, sending a jarring vibration up her arms. This was much harder than it looked. Dejected, Sophie plopped down on the bench, resting her chin in her hands. That's when she noticed him. A plump gopher with weedy-eyed dark eyes was perched at the edge of the green, twitching his nose. He wasn't scurrying away like the others. He just watched Sophie with an intelligent gaze. "You're trying to command the ball," a squeaky voice suddenly commented. Sophie blinked, her eyes wide with disbelief. It was the gopher. "You must ask it instead." The gopher waddled a little closer. "You are fighting the wind, not working with it. You're stomping on the grass, not feeling its support. The secret isn't in your arms, little human. It's in your attention." Sophie stared, completely astonished. A talking gopher was giving her golf advice. This was definitely not a normal lesson. A talking gopher was entirely absurd, but Sophie was desperate enough to try anything. "Okay," Sophie whispered, approaching the tee again. "What do I do?" The gopher simply instructed, "Close your eyes, just for a moment." Sophie did as she was told. She took a deep, slow breath, clearing her mind of all the previous frustrating attempts. She could feel a gentle breeze rustling the leaves on a nearby tree and tickling her cheek. She felt the solid ground beneath her feet, a firm foundation. Instead of picturing the ball, Sophie imagined the feeling of a perfect, fluid motion, like a ribbon dancing on the wind. She opened her eyes, not with grim determination, but with a newfound sense of calm. Sophie felt connected to the course, a part of the landscape rather than a visitor fighting against it. Sophie addressed the ball one more time. This time, her grip was relaxed, her stance perfectly balanced. She didn't think about power or distance. She just remembered the smooth rhythm she had imagined. Sophie started her backswing, a slow and deliberate motion. Then, with a graceful whoosh, she brought the club down. Ping! The sound was crisp and magnificent, completely different from her earlier thuds and whiffs. Sophie's eyes shot upwards to watch the white ball ascend, a tiny speck climbing against the vast blue canvas of the sky. It flew straight and true, tracing that perfect, graceful arc she had dreamed of, before landing gently on the green far in the distance. Sophie gasped in pure elation. When she looked over to offer her thanks, the wise gopher simply gave her a small nod and vanished into his hole. A huge grin spread across Sophie's face. She finally understood. It wasn't about brute force, it was about harmony. For the rest of the afternoon, Sophie practiced this new approach. Not every shot was as flawless as that one magical swing, but none of them were the discouraging failures from before. Each time before she swung, Sophie took a moment to breathe and listen to the world around her. She felt the subtle shift of the wind and the firmness of the earth. The golf club no longer felt like a clumsy tool, but an extension of her own body. Sophie knew she had learned more than just a golf tip that day. She had discovered the secret of patience, focus, and finding her own perfect rhythm in the heart of the game.